What's up, everybody? It's Pastors Michael and Trina Ashburn. And so we earlier told a God story about, one of the church plants that we did in Vero Beach and kind of how we led to that. But I want to tell a more personal one this time. And that's kind of the process that led up to when the Lord brought Trina and I together, and which later led to marriage. And so I want her. She's going to share some things, and I'm going to share some things. And one of the things that I want to share is about 19 years of age, thereabouts, I guess. That's when the Lord really started unctioning my heart and kind of wooing me to Himself, and really dealing with me with everything. And to be honest, I didn't know all of why He was just, I felt like everything was coming up in me, and everything was being revealed in me, and every problem. And to be honest, it was kind of tough, but worth it, because God was really changing my life and changing my heart. And so that part was amazing, but I didn't understand, with the exception of knowing that I needed to be transformed. And so I didn't know that there was more going on than what met the eye. And truthfully, this is true no matter what. So I'm not suggesting that the only reason God changes your heart is so that you get married. I don't think that. He changes your heart because He makes you like Him. But there's definitely some places that we need to be changed in before the covenant of marriage goes on. And it's really a good idea to deal with, because it's just going to make it that much better, because you're going to give a better you to somebody else. So I'm convinced of that. So anyways, 19, 20 years of age, pretty intense. The Lord's constantly dealing with me. I'm spending a lot of time on my face at the altar, and man, I'm getting deliverance, I'm getting prayer, I'm getting all kinds of things that's going on with me. And so I just want you to share a little bit as to why some of that stuff was going on.
Well, when I was 18, I had moved, after I graduated high school, I had done an internship in Texas, and I did that for 3 years. And in those 3 years, the Lord just had me really, really praying for my future mate. And I didn't understand why, because, I knew from the time I was little I would marry someone who's a pastor. So I'm like, Lord, this stuff is crazy that I'm praying. I would be praying at times for this person who was struggling with drugs and struggling with drinking, and just all these different issues the Lord would bring to my heart to pray. And I never understood until later on, but God really, really just had me focus in on things that I needed to pray for him, and to encourage his spirit, and just to intercede in war for him, because I knew that we needed it for what was to come in our walk together, our walk with the Lord, our ministry, and just all that God had for us.
So in other words, He was hearing her prayer, which I'm thankful for, because the stuff that was strange to her was very evident and real to me. And I was a very broken and dysfunctional person that had no business being married. I didn't have business doing a whole lot of things. Just living at the altar is where I belonged. So anyways, that might be you that is praying for that person, or you might be that person that is new to the things of God, and you just really feel like the Lord's dealing with you. I wanted to tell you something. So many people quit and throw in the towel because they don't think it's worth it, or they don't understand this process and why isn't this going on with everybody else. I'm thankful for that process. We had some bumps and bruises along the ways, even before marriage, but everything God was doing, one of the things that He did was He brought us apart. So even when we knew we were to be married, He brought us apart to remind us, for example, that He was our first love, and that even though we were in love, it was important that He was first personally, so that when we're as one, that He's still first between the two of us. And so there were things that God taught us along that pathway as very young adults that have proven to be absolutely amazing and beneficial. So just trust the Lord with the process, and like I say, I believe transformation is just necessary and needed just because He's holy, and to be like Him, transformation's got to go on. And when you're after Him, it's going to expose some things in you that's certainly not. And but in the end result of that thing is who you are will be an absolute gift to somebody else, because you won't be carrying your baggage. And for some of you, maybe you've been married already before and it didn't work out, or you might be a widow, but you're feeling like God's going to give you somebody else. I don't know your story, but I will say this: give yourself over to Him and allow Him to work on your heart, so that you don't carry into something else stuff that just doesn't belong there. Good, bad, or in between. You got to have a fresh start. You need a new perspective. You need the now thing from the Lord, and what He's doing now, and who you're going to be married to next, or however that's going to play out for you. I don't know, but it's still an amazing thing, and we're 15 years married now, and just kids, really, with kids. So we're still having a good time, and God gave me my best friend, and it's absolutely amazing. So anyways, that may not be your story, but I can tell you this: just commit to the process that He's working in. It's so worth it. Anyways, you got anything else you want to share? You want to tell them how amazing it is to be married to me? Anything?
It's amazing to be married to Michael.
You heard it from her first. So anyways, bless you guys. We love you. Have a wonderful day.